You would think that the revelation that the Hillary Clinton presidential campaign paid a tech firm to spy on the Trump White House would generate at least some bit of noise out of the mainstream media, wouldn't you? Hey everybody, I'm Bill, the Hill Country Prepper, and I want you to be informed so that you can be prepared. Now on my channel, I talk about things that are going on in the world that I think you need to be aware of so that you can be prepared for yourself and your family and take the necessary steps. If that's important to you, please keep watching. Now, according to a report just filed by Special Counsel John Durham, lawyers for the Hillary Clinton's 2016 presidential campaign paid a technology company to infiltrate servers that belong to Trump Tower and also the White House in order to fabricate a narrative connecting Donald Trump to Russia. Durham's filing focuses on potential conflicts of interest related to the representation of Michael Sussman, a former lawyer for the Clinton campaign. Now, Sussman has been charged with making a false statement to a federal agent. And of course, he's pleaded not guilty to that charge. The indictment against Sussman alleges that he told then FBI General Counsel James Baker, less than 2 months before the 2016 presidential election, that he was not working for, quote, any client, when he requested a meeting in which he provided the FBI with purported data and white papers that allegedly demonstrated a covert communications channel between the Trump organization and the Kremlin-connected Alpha Bank. In a section of Durham's filing titled Factual Background, it is revealed that Sussman had assembled and conveyed the allegations to the FBI on behalf of at least 2 specific clients, including a technology executive identified as Tech Executive 1 at a U.S.-based internet company identified as Internet Company 1 and the Clinton campaign. Now, I'm going to have more on this executive known as Tech Executive 1 and also more on this internet company identified as Internet Company 1. Durham's filing says that Sussman's billing records reflect that he repeatedly billed the Clinton campaign for his work on the Russian bank allegations. Sussman and this individual identified as Tech Executive 1 had met and communicated with a law partner who served as general counsel on the Clinton campaign. It is commonly believed that this lawyer is Mark Elias, who is a Democratic Party election lawyer that also worked on John Kerry's 2004 presidential campaign. Hey guys, if you find this information interesting, go ahead and press down on that thumbs up and give this video a like. Be sure and share it too. And also, if you're not a subscriber yet, why not? Go ahead and subscribe right now and hit that notification bell, and that way you'll get notified each and every time I upload some new content. So do that right now. Now, per Durham, in 2016, this individual known as Tech Executive 1 worked with Sussman, an American investigative law firm, several cyber researchers, and employees at multiple internet companies to assemble the purported data and white papers. The filing states in connection with these efforts, this tech executive exploited his access to non-public and/or proprietary internet data. The tech executive also enlisted the assistance of researchers at a U.S.-based university, and I don't identify which university, but these researchers at the university were receiving and analyzing large amounts of internet data in connection with a pending federal government cybersecurity research contract. So there was a federal research contract involved here as well. Now, this tech executive tasked these researchers to mine internet data to establish an inference and narrative tying then candidate Donald Trump to Russia. Now, this is what Durham's saying. In doing so, this tech executive indicated that he was seeking to please certain VIPs, referring to individuals at the law firm and the Clinton campaign. Now, Fox News has reported that at Sussman's trial, Durham will establish that among the ill-begotten data forged by this tech executive and his associates is a domain name, or DNS, internet traffic pertaining to 1. A particular healthcare provider, 2. Trump Tower, 3. Donald Trump's Central Park West apartment building, and 4. The Executive Office of the President of the United States. The Office of the President of the United States. The former chief investigator of the Trump-Russia probe for the House Intelligence Committee, a guy named Kash Patel, said the filing definitively shows that the Hillary Clinton campaign directly funded and ordered its lawyers at Perkins Coie to orchestrate a criminal enterprise to fabricate a connection between President Trump and Russia. Again, all this was done to be able to establish an inference and a narrative to bring to federal government agencies linking Trump to Russia. In reality, there was no connection. Now, former Director of National Intelligence John Ratcliffe had also met with Special Counsel John Durham on more than one occasion and told him there was evidence in intelligence to support the indictments of multiple people in his investigation into the origins of the Trump-Russia probe. Now, this is coming from sources that have reported this to many different media outlets. Meanwhile, Ratcliffe has also declassified documents that revealed that former CIA Director John Brennan had briefed then-President Obama on Hillary Clinton's purported proposal from one of her foreign policy advisors to vilify Donald Trump by stirring up a scandal claiming interference by the Russian security service. I don't know about you guys, but do you think there's going to be any indictments coming out of this investigation? Do you think anybody's going to go to jail for this? Leave me a comment down below. I want to know what you think. Now let's think back to what was going on back in 2016. Remember statements that Hillary Clinton made just a week before the 2016 presidential election? There was a news report released in October 2016 that a server in Trump Tower was communicating with the Kremlin-linked Alpha Bank. And Clinton's campaign jumped on the moment and claimed it was proof that then-candidate Donald Trump was colluding with Russia. This could be the most direct link yet between Donald Trump and Moscow, said Jake Sullivan, the current national security advisor, who at the time worked as Clinton's senior policy advisor. And this was in a statement that was made after the story broke. This secret hotline may be the key to unlocking the mystery of Trump's ties to Russia. It certainly seems the Trump organization felt it had something to hide, given that it apparently took steps to conceal the link when it was discovered by journalists, Sullivan added. Goes on, this line of communication may help explain Trump's bizarre adoration of Vladimir Putin and endorsement of so many pro-Kremlin positions throughout his campaign, says Sullivan. Hillary tweeted out that the computer scientists have apparently uncovered a covert server linking the Trump organization to a Russian-based bank. In a second social media blast, Clinton's campaign claimed Trump has a secret server that was set up to communicate privately with Putin-tied Russia Bank. This server was shut down when it was discovered, but a new one was later created under a new name with the same purpose as the first one. That's what they're saying. That's what they did say. And then she tweeted, "It's time for Trump to answer serious questions about his ties to Russia." You know they're just making all this up. The smoking gun story broke on October 31st of 2016. Now this is important because it came just 3 days after then FBI Director James Comey informed Congress that the FBI was investigating new information related to the Clinton email scandal. Thus, Clinton's campaign seized on the story here to distract from its own problems. You guys remember when that happened, right? Hillary's talking about wiping the computer drive. What, you mean like with a rag? Come on, really? The allegations here were, of course, completely false. Now think about it. If the roles were reversed, if the Trump or the Republicans had gotten caught doing anything even remotely similar to this, the press would be erecting the gallows right now. But do you think the media will go back and make any corrections to the collusion stories that they ran back then? They were so hot and heavy on that. You think they're going to make any corrections on those? I don't think so. Nope. Crickets. Now here's that little bit of more information on this tech company and the individual involved. The Washington Free Beacon reported that a cybersecurity firm at the center of this investigation that conducted the work for Hillary Clinton's campaign was also paid by the Biden campaign in 2020. Now here's what the Free Beacon reported. The Biden campaign paid nearly $20,000 to a cybersecurity firm at the center of Special Counsel John Durham's investigation into the origins of the Trump-Russia probe. The campaign paid Neustar Information Services, and that's spelled Neustar, Information Services. The campaign paid them in 2020 for accounting and compliance work, according to the Federal Election Commission records. According to Durham, Neustar's chief technology officer, Rodney Joffe, spelled Joffe, accessed sensitive web traffic data that the company maintained on behalf of the White House Executive Office in order to collect derogatory information about Donald Trump. Now, Joffe allegedly provided the information to Hillary Clinton campaign lawyer Michael Sussman, who in turn gave it to the CIA during a meeting in February 2017. Durham charged Sussman in September with lying to the FBI about his investigation of Trump. Bottom line here, people, is that you can't trust these people one bit. These are swamp creatures of the worst kind, and they are most definitely selling their soul. I'm just going to leave it right there. You guys be sure and watch this video next for more helpful information. Have a blessed day. Thanks.